Good night, teacher. We're going to present the last report. The members are Andrade, Granda, Guaman, Mendoza, Palacín, Pérez, Sarmiento, Torres. Next. Okay, definition. Income and cost and core. Product. The half the best product and brain of competition and product. Praise. The one the companies that it's we increasing our price in 0.2. Promotion increasing the marketing, but we will increase demand. Distribution modality of the Italian market. A ver. We want to have the best product. Being a company is strong, we need half the product on the competition. We cause production increasing of our factories. Next, please. Planning, income, expenses, and net. There was a favorable increase in the years. Next, please. Projection, income, current customers, España, Portugal, Francia. Income variation 22%. Price variation 15%. Quality cross variation de 10%. Next, please.
Okay, that's more part. So continue with the results of the first decision, the projection, that is that type of the opposite. We have three sites in Spain, Portugal, and France. So as we can see in a paper, the total projected was high in Spain as next, please. And continue with the results with also the first decision. The total cost was the unitary 0.40. Unit production was 7.46 plus 0.352, and the total cost was 2,075.593, talking about the three products. Next. Next, okay. So we know that the gaps are three, sorry, the sites are three, that is the three market. So the selling was increased that we were projected. So we have more unit sellings, talking about the market, the product, and we have a difference between that. And that's because the customers that we have that are adults, people who are healthy, and that was increase the production of the ceilings. And that's why the price is a little bit higher. Next, please. Okay, talking about the last gaps, the explanations is that it is the same that before that we're talking about presuppost are more relevant, and that's why the increasing of the presuppost talking about the design of the product that was necessary to increase the demand of our customers because they are innovator. So the marketing issues, the general issues was less than projected before. And that was because our continued capacitation. Next.
Well, in this variation of the second decision, we can see that we have a variation greater than 46%, as well as increased plant capacity and industrial technology level of SIG. Regarding our income on this occasion, we didn't ever enter new markets, but we get greater certification, loyalty, and segmentation in our markets of Spain, Portugal, and France. Generating higher sales and about dissertation about more than 46%. And next. In the results of our first decision, we can see that our total income is that project one was a variation of only 54% was achieved. Regarding the project units, the amount estimated by the large participation of the markets was also reached and excessive. Also that in this occasion, as a new market, we have Italy, where a new plant was inaugurated, surprising all the revenues and units project for that country, where we can see more than 100 to 86%. The second one. The result of our second decision is result in a positive coverage and the variation that also show great advance and surpass of what was the project, especially in the cost unit, because we can see the doings with more than 97%, and the amount estimated by the large participation of the markets was also reached more excess. In unit cost, however, if we present low variations, in behalf of have to 4%, which generate a lot of minutes 35% in total the units of cost. The second. In our income gap analysis, we have to a positive gap because we achieve in our four markets, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and France, achieve higher revenues than what has been projected, thanks to the fact that the company both is leather manufacturing obtain an increase in products in offer. Also, likewise, in order to solve this increase in products, the company improved its marketing budget, increased the value of the product and the range of papers. The next.
Spending gap analysis, explanation of the gaps. Our real compared to our budget is higher. This due to the growth of our product to offer. There was an increase in general expense, with those of innovation and development increased because this products needed a better design so that they have more output, and avoid keeping products in stock. Marketing expenses go up because more products sold cost a higher budget for that is own third channel used to motivate the point of sale. Okay, the current customers, Spain, Portugal, France, Italy. Income and cost, gross cost, average units produced, plant capacity, industrial technology level. And the current markets, renewables, project units, and average unit price. The resource decision, total project income, renewables, and 1861. And the current customers is Spain, Portugal, France, Italy. And the next, the total cost and units produced, unit cost. In the different produced units and unit cost.
Okay, the sales plan in Portugal and France is not achieved because the competition improves its promotional action within these markets. That is why, thanks to the capabilities of our marketing CEO area, it is decided to send products to the Italian market, in where, thanks to our value proposition, we were able to increase the number of sales that had been planned. This achievement are growing our total income compared to what was projected. And that is why we have a positive gap of 1.6 million in this market. Next, please. Our real compared to our budget is higher. This due to the growth of our products to offer. There was an increase in general expense, while those of innovation and development increased because we have one more factory than 2022. So it is the pay higher maintains costs. Marketing expense decreased because the efficiency of the marketing area was higher. Next, please. Okay, explanation of the gaps. Due to having a net positive gap, the company has decided adjust its planning. So for 2024, it proposed more aggressive goals in terms of revenue and sales. For this, has also have to increase the budget used in marketing and product innovation. Next, please. Projection of for decision. Next, please. Okay, we can observe that we have income and costs. About our income, we have clients in Spain, Portugal, France, and Italy. And then apart of that, no new markets were entered in this decision. The satisfaction and loyalty and segmentation was about the current markets. Revenue revenues 24,923,000 with bar 34%. Projected units 15 million for 4,854,7 with a bar 23%. About the cost, gross cost, we have about 26% with a planned capacity and one in an industrial technology level with at 8.0. Next.
Okay. Regarding the result of the fourth decision of the project and income versus real total project income was 21,406,370, but 24,923,009 were obtained with a variation of 34% and 166% covered. In Project Unite, it was 30,817,831, from which 50,408,699 was obtained, which variation of 23% and coverage of 112%. For the Unite price, the 1.54 was project, and it was 1.771 61 with variation of 9% and coverage of 104%. Next, please. Okay, for the project expense versus the real, which respect to total cost 6,769,167 watts of time with a coverage of 158% and variation of 26.3%. For Unite produce 50,069,300 watt of tank, which are covered of 111% and variation of 22.13%. And the Unite code of 0.43, which covered of 142% and variation of 3.19%. Next, please. Okay, for the analysis of income gaps, we don't reach what was planned in Portugal because it is a mature market. So be rising price, we don't sell as much as planned. We surprise the sales in the other markets. This be haven't improved the product, the scent we haven't brought out new flowers in the 3 products, and also having improved old marketing budget might as have a better commercial action. Next, please. In the case of spending gap, our real versus our budget, it hurt this due to the growth of our product to offer. There was an increase in general expense. It hurt marketing expense were using because a greater discount was paid per channel due to the fact that more Unite were sold. That what's planned. Well, R&D expense were hither due to the fact that he had an additional factory in which maintenance expense for of 4% of the total value of the factory were using, so that R&D expense were increased. Next, please.
Okay. Well, according to the FIDO session, the company has decided to adjust its planning. So for 2025, it proposed more aggressive goals in terms to revenues and sales. For this, it has also had to increase the value used to the marketing and the product innovation. Next, please. Following according to the planning of the FIDO session, the current market have the revenues of 27 millions. Project units is 15 millions, and the unit price is 1.74. On the other hand, the gross cost is 7 millions, and the unit cost is 0.45. And the unit product is of 16,033,000. Finally, the capacity of the plant is of 66 millions, and the industrial technology level is 9.0. Next, please. Next. Okay. Finally, the results of the FIDO session are what can be seen on the screen, where Spain is the main market, followed by French, Italy, and finally Portugal. Because our main market is Spain, we have more weight for ourselves. Next, please.
Okay, the result for this decision, total cost is 7,306,700, and the units produced is 16,033,800. And in the income gap analysis, it does not reach what was planned for a total of 1.3 million. This is because the company project its sales around too much, and it did not sell as planned due to the competition, increasing its brand and improving its product. That is why we have a negative income gap, and we only covered of what was projected. And the final spending gap analysis, explanation of the gaps, our actual versus our bucket is lower. This is because the total number of units sold and produced was lower than projected, which is we have less overhead, less marketing expense, and also less innovation expense were used. That's all. Thank you.